Good dog. Bubby, be nice. There's James. Bub. Bubbers, no. Nope. He doesn't like you. Hey, kitty. Come here, little one. Puppers, no. Don't try to eat him. He's a nice kitty. Yeah, he's a nice kitty, aren't you? Oh, where are the ducks? Oh, they're there. Ducks are down there. Hey, Teresa. How are you? I am absolutely pooped. So I'm doing a hangout, and if I get enough energy, I'll get up and show you guys what I accomplished today. I shouldn't say I, because Melody helped us all day. Peter was helping, and Mike was busting. Oh, Teresa, I know it. I'm just getting over diverticulitis again. So I know that's like nothing compared to the stuff that you go through, but my gosh, sometimes it's just like, I know you have a lot going on too in life and a lot of work with animals. Animals are a lot of work, and they don't stop needing like assistance when you get sick or when crap hits the fan in life. Look at this little guy. They still need to be fed. They still need to be cared for. Hey, honey. Oh, Teresa, I'll be thinking of you. I'm so, Hey. I know I've gotten a couple emails of different medical prayer requests and stuff. Here come the ducks. I call this the peanut gallery. Here's the peanut gallery. And I got this little guy. I got Puppers, who thinks she's a lap dog, and she's not. Puppers, no. Okay, no. Because Puppers thinks that she can come up here on my swing, on my little hammock swing. I don't know. Go find them. Probably down in the shed. It's not for a few months. Okay. Yeah, I just don't like the, when you have a surgery or something coming up or a medical procedure coming up, and then you got to sit there and think about it until you actually have it done. That's the worst. Sometimes I wish they could be like, medical procedure. All right, we'll get you in tomorrow. Okay, perfect. Then I don't have to think about it for, you know what I mean, a month and dread it. But, oh, thank you. I got it for Mother's Day, and it is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful, especially after today. Holy buckets. I got up early-ish. I went grocery shopping, knocked that out. Got my mom had bought a hot tub and she couldn't fit it in her van, so we bought that and I helped her get it home. Hey, this is James. Hey, James. Yeah, you're such a good boy. Went grocery shopping, got home, and then we worked from probably 9:30, 10 o'clock this morning until tonight. I just finished about a half hour ago, so till about 7. We had a huge fenced in yard. There was a fence that went all the way along our yard. We took all of that fencing out. We had it because when our kids were little, we didn't want them getting into the cornfield or into the bean or corn. Like, you can lose a kid real quick. And that was always a huge fear of mine, was a kid going into the corn and then you can't find them. Huge fear. So we'd had our yard completely fenced in, and we took down that fence because they're old enough now. They understand the rules. They know the boundaries of our yard. So we took down our fence. So that was a lot of work. It's been in for quite a bit of time. And so it was really hard to get out. And then What do you speak? What do you see? Are you looking at something? And then, if you guys will notice, I'm sitting here. This is our yard. If you guys have seen my yard before, I've got minis right here. We changed puppers. Go. 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 The dog wants to climb on my lap. Got minis right here. This is not the normal location of my minis. This is not the normal location of my mini shelter. I love it already. I can come out in the morning on my deck and I can watch my babies. I absolutely love it so far. We'll see. I'll have it for a while and we'll see how it is, but I have them right here in their shelter, and there's also pasture behind them. It's not like pasture because they can't really have pasture, but it's like an area for them to run and play and stuff. No, this is my haircut. This is how I have my haircut on purpose. I'm not going bald and I don't have cancer. Full disclosure. So we moved the mini shelter. That was a lot of work. We moved the mini shelter, and then we put up fencing because the minis have to have certain kind of fencing. They don't really understand electric fencing, and I don't want to shock them. They don't understand it. They have fluffy coats and they don't get it. So I don't use electric fences with the minis. So they have to have like the certain kind of fencing. So we had to put all that fencing around them. And then the minis and the bigs are adjacent to each other. So I did put a hot wire, only because I put a hot wire across the top because the bigs will reach over the fence and actually push the fence down and crush it. And Norman can be nippy at the minis. I just didn't want to deal with it. So we did put a hot wire. Hey, buddy. Hey. Hey, little James. James is playing. But I did put a hot wire across the top where the minis meet the bigs. I'll get out of my swing and show you guys kind of what it looks like. You need bigger glasses, bro. No, these work good. I don't know. Got a lot of people with some ridiculous comments. Nothing else to do today, I guess. I don't know. I don't know where people live. Here in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa area, it's freaking beautiful. And there's just a lot to do. Besides come and make stupid comments on someone's YouTube live. But whatever, you do you, I guess. This is little John. What do you think? I have some videos of when we first put them in here. They were doing laps and they were rolling and they were so happy. Hello, Katie. People amaze me. Yeah, I know. I'm always just like, the stuff people say and come up with, nothing surprises me anymore and nothing gets to me anymore. I just don't care. Whatever. You do you. So here's the duck pool. One of many pools. And it's also Pupper's pool. But we do not have a divider yet in here. It's coming because we're going to be dividing Moo from Norman and Lovey. And we're going to be getting another kill-lot horse. And that's going to be Moo's buddy. But that's not happening for a bit. And they're getting along pretty good. So we're leaving it as is. Right now, our pen is drying out. We're doing some shaping of the pen area. So right now, it's just one big area, but it's going to be divided into two. Here's the babies. Here's Miss Love. See, they're all hanging out together just fine right now. Moo and Normie's in the back. They're all like chilling inside. They spent a lot of time out in the pasture today because we were working in here with the skid steer and stuff. And so they get really nervous. So they were out in pasture while we were working on it. But this is the area. And we're going to extend this fencing all the way to the end. So it's going to go way further out. And then we're going to divide this area into two. There's Normie.
Melody, what about you?
There's Miss Love. Hello, love. Hi, honey. How are you today? Hi, Normie. Hey, Mo. We'll never forget about Mr. Mo. Never, ever. We could never forget about the Momo. Yes, so this is Minnesota. Hey, honey. It's okay. We're in Minnesota, close to Wisconsin, close to Iowa, southeast corner of Minnesota, and it is very pretty. This is pretty. This is like our paddock, but in the pasture, it's very thick, luscious green grass. They spend a lot of time out there in the summer. We're gonna move this a bit, and put a dividing fence, and working on stuff down here too. So a lot in the works. We want this time when we bale from the kill lot, we want to really be ready. Sometimes when we bale, we're kind of scrambling to get everything ready. So this time we just want to be ready. We don't know when a horse is going to come that needs us. We don't know when one's going to come in really poor shape and I'll be like, that's the one. But when it happens, I just want to be ready this time. I want to have everything ready to go. Sometimes we're pushing it to get things ready and stressing. So I'd rather just be ready. We know we're going to this year. We don't know when, but we know we're going to. So what's up?
Are you gonna live
Yeah.
for a while?
No. Maybe 5-10 more minutes. Do you need help? Yes?
No, I just was gonna talk to you about something.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to find you?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, just be a minute. So what's cool, I kind of like, hey, Normie, is this is, so the bigs and minis are kind of next to each other and can like smell each other through the fence and stuff, but they're not where anybody can get hurt. And this, even though it's not turned on right now, is normally on. And so the bigs can't like reach over and nip or bother the little ones because they do that. On this live stream, sorry if I... Okay, I'll do a quick recap for you guys because if you're new here. So my name is Anna. This is Miss Lovey. Lovey's from a kill lot. We got her with the help of my YouTube channel. People donated to a GoFundMe and helped us bail her. She was in a kill lot and she had a halter. You can still see some scars. She had a halter grown into her head and she was quite a bit underweight. That's Lovey. About a year and a half ago, probably about a year and a half ago, we rescued Mr. Moo from a kill lot, and he is an old Amish horse. And the Amish couldn't use him anymore because he's quite old. If you take a look at his teeth, he's an old boy, but he's an incredibly sweet horse. He was pretty thin when he came, and he just didn't seem like anybody ever loved him. So we brought him here and we love him. This is Mr. Normie. He is not from a kill lot, but I call him the therapy horse. He kind of welcomes everybody. He's a sweetheart. He's an Arabian horse. So is Miss Love. Hey, honey. I know. Pretty girl. And then also last year, with the help of my YouTube channel, we bailed the minis. The sorrel mini is Little John, and the black and white mini is Rosie. Rosie's over 20 years old. She was an Amish pony. She taught all of their 8 kids to ride. She was a sweetheart. And then she found her. They couldn't use her anymore. She got super thin. Her hooves were grown out and she ended up in a kill lot. So we bailed her. Little John's only 5, but had some serious weight problems and some serious problems with his feet. Serious problems with his feet. So we bailed him, and they're doing amazing. And we just today moved their location. They were located down below those pine trees down there, and we moved the shelter up here and redid our fencing area. We're kind of redoing things for summer. We're planning to bail another horse from the kill lot this summer. We're hoping for another full-size horse. The 2 sorrels, the Arabians, have kind of buddied up, and they're best friends. And Moo, my kill lot boy that I love to death, he's my main riding horse. He's a sweetheart, just an awesome horse, awesome with the kids. He's kind of left alone a lot. They kind of have buddied up, and he's the odd duck out. So we're going to be getting another one, so we're kind of prepping for that. We also have ducks, we have chickens, we have a bunny, we have kitties, and we have 2 dogs. One is a livestock guardian dog, and the other one is a golden retriever dog. And I don't know where either of them are right now, and normally they are right next to me, so I assume they're getting into trouble. Because Puppers is usually right here. These are the ducks, and they are named. Hello, babies. Hello, everybody. How are you? This guy is Spencer, flapping his wings here. Where is Brio? This is Wyatt, right here. This one. Wyatt is super friendly. Brio train set. Which one is Brio? Let me look. Right here. This is Brio. Hey, Brio. Hi, buddy. We have Bex, but I don't know where Bex is, and one of them is Larry. And we're starting to be able to pick out that we have a couple boys. I don't keep boys. I don't keep boys if I have a lot of them. So we'll see. Hey, girl. Hi, honey. Hi. How does my bracelet taste, everybody? Hi, Spencer. Hey, buddy. Hey, Spencer. Hey, Wyatt. Hey. Hey, everybody. Normally, I feed them. I hand feed them. So that is why they're pecking at my hand. Because and they just ate. So I know they're not hungry, but because I hand feed them, they immediately see me and think about food. Hi, Love. This is Love. She's such a sweetheart. And she looks so good. She was very head shy when I first got her because of her injuries on her head. We don't know, did the halter grow into her head? Was there some kind of traumatic injury with the halter? When you get them from a kill lot, you don't really know. All I know is her head stunk, and there was like wounds around it. It was gross. They had to shave. The vet came and had to shave part of her head, and it was nasty. I don't know exactly what happened to her, but let me tell you, she's curious about the duck. I love Arabians because they're so inquisitive about things. Like, they're inquisitive about the ducks. They're inquisitive about if I'm doing something. One time I brought a lawn chair in and I just set it in there and just sat on it. They're just so curious. Like, what are you doing? Why is this here? They were just so curious, and they start nibbling on it and goofing around. I love Arabs. But, here, I'll read some comments. Sorry, guys. I'm on a farm in the UK. Oh, very cool. Inquisitive about the duck. Yeah, it was gross. It was gross, Heather John. Okay. Yes, I do. The boy ones go. These ones here, sometimes you're kind of nervous because you're like, what do they do with them? But I have found some really great people who love ducks and take them. I found some really good homes, but these ones are a more rare breed. And I think the boys will end up being purchased by people who do like breed to get cool colors and stuff like that. So I'm great with that. Sometimes people do butcher meat. People do that with chickens too. We do that. We raised a beef calf. We know we're going to eat him. We raised him. We love him. We give him the best care while we have that. Like, I love animals. You guys know that. but I also eat meat. And so I love my animals. Hi, honey. Hi, honey. She's so curious. What are you doing? What are you doing, sweetie? I love animals. I give them the best life here. And then there's a humane way to slaughter an animal. And I believe in that. But I just, yeah, I'm not, I do eat meat. I just believe there's a humane way to do it. And I believe there's people who do things the right way, and there's people who do things the wrong way.